Hello guys, hope you're all doing well. Coming at you with the next excerpt of my first novel, Black and White Odyssey of Eden, in a series. Continuing where I left off last, so let's have at this. She looked into his eyes and saw something she had never seen in anyone else before. An eternity of searching, an eternity of audacity of hope. Through a single meaningful, caring glance, he unknowingly communicated his chronicle to her. James's teacher did not know this, and neither did he, but his eyes told the story. Initially, she looked upon him in disdain, but as she trained her focus upon his eyes, it became clear, and tears continued flowing down her face, but no longer tears of sadness. Somehow she knew that he cared, that he truly cared and knew her pain despite his superficial youth. Honey, it's nothing you did. Sometimes life just isn't fair, she said with a faint smile upon her face. Well, then I'll make it fair, the scientist whispered into the young James's ear. This time around things will be different, the scientist said with tears in his eyes, watching from his chamber as the scene played out. It's all dead anyway. Help her. Well then, I'll make it fair. No one should be alone, the younger scientist said it. James. She was utterly stunned. It was so simple, yet so convoluted from her reasoning, that to have the courage to even make such a statement had never dawned upon her, and never in such clarity. She could have dismissed it as innocence or naivete, but it wasn't, and she knew it. Before them, the rest of the class had fallen silent, observing the interaction. No student made even the slightest noise, out of turn for the rest of the class period. James's teacher had told this story to the faculty earlier that day. How she would have killed herself had James not been there for her. James had saved her life. Now she had the chance to be helped, and understood, at least in some small part, by at least one person. Such a young child, to have said and done exactly what was needed at exactly the right point in someone's life to save them. Nancy was not the brightest of the faculty. She was merely a campus monitor, but she knew what this child had done, and as far as she was concerned, he would be getting the royalty treatment under her supervision. James did his exercise routine all year, every morning, recess at 10 a.m., always right next to the green transformer box out of eyeshot of his classmates. Every day, Nancy would stand next to him, always reveling in his determination, his ability to maintain focus despite his ostracism. Though, perhaps the ostracism helped him focus, helped him maintain a certain resolve that would not have been possible without the goings-on in James's life not being tied into knots by the inconsequential misunderstandings inherent in the social interactions of burgeoning minds of normal children. Physically speaking, the training routine did not have a lasting effect on its own. It was unknown whether this would be the path of James's entire life, constantly an exercise in futility. All he knew was to keep pushing, to experiment, analyze the results, and reattack the problem at hand until he found a solution that yielded some type of desirable effect, no matter how small. The effect here was James's newfound habit pattern of developing physical fitness. There was reason to every action and evidence to back it up. During a rainy Wednesday in the middle of December of the next year, he found himself sitting on a rusty bench with a group of 5 or so of his classmates. The group of them scrunched up to the opposite side of the bench under the cover of an awning, trying to stay as far away from James as possible, whispering to each other as they stole quick glances in his direction. The asphalt beyond, in the playground area, was flooded with water, the group of them residing on an island of concrete. What had happened, James thought? What had they seen? In all his powerful ability to discern what his classmates could think and feel, he found himself completely at a loss. All he wanted to do was help. Now, his classmates were making it even more difficult. Alright, that's it for this section. I'll come at you with the next one later. Love y'all. Peace.